Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am in North Carolina today, or actually pretty much just today. I traveled here last week and then I immediately drove to Wilmington for a wedding. So I spent a day in Wilmington. Oh, my dogs. This is what it's like to be home. Spent a day in Wilmington, went to a wedding, and I have so many thoughts. I want to make this video a vlog, but I also want to share with you how I've been feeling being single for the first time in my adult life. Like in the past 7 or 8 years, it's my first time ever being single. So I want to talk about that because I have a lot of thoughts after the wedding, and I was like, so many people resonated with my breakup video, my breakup podcast, and I want to just fill you guys in on what's going on because it's been 2.5 months, almost 3 months, and I will be right back because my dogs are barking. So we'll pick up this conversation in a second. Okay, I think they stopped. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in because it's been almost 3 months since my boyfriend and I broke up. And I just want to talk to you about it. Before then, I'm gonna do a little to-do list for what I need to do today because I do feel a bit scatterbrained, and I really need to focus on getting stuff done and being productive because I am traveling this week, and whenever I travel, my schedule is so thrown off and I feel like I can't get anything done. So I'm going to write my to-do list. Today is November 14th. 2022. I cannot believe it's already mid-November. So one thing I want to do is I want to finish some dashboards on Amplitude. I need to send over some analytics from one of our investors. A testing session. I need to film TikToks for Rella and potentially reach out to users if I have time. Wait to do that. I need to practice my pitch because I am going to California tomorrow for a pitch, and it's not to raise money, it's to actually get to work with some cool corporate partners. So I'm really excited about that. I'm just gonna get some work done. I feel very weird for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's because I haven't vlogged in a long time. I'm I don't know what to do. But yeah, I guess I have some thoughts from the weddings. Breakup ladies, heartbroken ladies, this vlog is for you. I wanted to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. If you have a business, if you have a personal website, whatever you have, you need Squarespace. They have templates for every single purpose. As you can see here, a store, portfolio, blog. I feel like nowadays it's kind of hard to do anything without having a website for yourself. And if you are a creator like myself, you need a website because we cannot rely on these social media platforms, okay? I mean, if you also look at my business, Rella, we have our Squarespace site, or we have a site on Squarespace that we made, and I get compliments on it all the time. It looks so legit. We never need any developers. Everything's been done with no code. And if you use my code, Natalie Barbu, you will get 10% off at checkout, or go to squarespace.com/Natalie Barbu. I have no idea where the time went because I cannot believe it is already 7:30. I feel like I literally was like, hi guys, welcome to the vlog. Clip of me working, and then it became 7:30. Today was a day that I really just worked on my computer all day and had a few meetings, but it was a pretty productive day, so that's good. And I feel like I never know what to show when I'm just kind of in the zone working on my laptop, but I think I'll do a dedicated work vlog that shows more details about that, but I know that's not why you clicked on this video. So I'm here with my little baby boy. My favorite boy in the world. I love you. I wanted to recap these past 2.5 months being single. A lot of you guys found me through my breakup video. I was in a 4-year relationship, and we broke up almost 3 months ago, so 2.5 months ago. And if you guys haven't listened to my podcast yet where I talk about it or watch that video, then definitely do that, because it goes into my dating history, I guess like why we broke up. I just get into more details there. Essentially what you need to know is that I have had a boyfriend consistently since I was 17 years old, and I am now 26. So that actually is 9 years of relationships. I mean, obviously there were some gaps in the middle, but no more than like 3 months. Like, I dated pretty consistently. Like, when I broke up with my boyfriend, I pretty much jumped into another relationship very, very shortly after. I had like 3-month breaks in between. So this is kind of like that 3-month mark. And I think that's how you also know that this relationship was so different than my other ones, because I can't even fathom jumping into another relationship or dating someone else. It's like literally it would feel like I was cheating on, like it would literally feel like I would be cheating. Oh, you want to play? He's like, Natalie, I don't want you to talk about this. Okay, we're done. Anyways, my room is messy. We're gonna deal with that. Like, this relationship was just so different, and the fact that like it's been 3 months, it's that 3-month mark, and I've been handling it, I think, really well. First week was incredibly hard. It was the worst week of my life. I didn't know if I was making the right decision. I knew I was, but like I was still so in love that it was really hard. And it was just the worst thing ever. And I distracted myself like crazy. So I know I mentioned in that video that I was gonna distract myself, but like, oh my gosh, I became a pro at distracting myself. I grew friendships so deeply. Like, these past few months, if it were not for my friends in Florida, they have become my best friends there. And they have been there for me so much. Like, I can't even imagine like going through this breakup without my friends in Florida, because we have hung out so often. We talk all the time. They've really like embraced, you know, I don't know, they've just been there for me in so many ways that I like can't even like thank them enough for it. And I've grown those friendships, and I was always a person that like I didn't have a friend group. I was so lonely. I felt like I didn't have that many friends, and honestly that's why like people ask me if I'll ever move back to North Carolina. Obviously like in the future maybe I'll move back. Like, I do love Charlotte, but I could never see myself moving right now because I don't have friends here anymore. My period in North Carolina, I was in a relationship the entire time, which was fine, but I feel like I inevitably just lost some friendships and didn't grow those friendships as much as I could have if I was single. So I really feel like I don't have friends here anymore. And also every single one of my friends here is in a relationship. Like, not a single one of and not even like in a relationship, like married, engaged, about to have a baby. Like, everyone here is just in such a different life stage than me. Whereas my friends in Florida are single for the most part. I definitely have some friends in relationships, but they're single. They're more, I feel like we're in the same life stage. We have a lot in common. One amazing thing that came out of the past 3 months is how strong my friendships have gotten. And I really encourage you that if you are going through a breakup, lean into your friends, even if you're not that close. Me and these girls were not that close before the breakup. We became so much closer in the past 3 months, and I can easily say that they are like my best friends now. So definitely like lean on your friends, and even if you're not that close, start hanging out with people. Don't underestimate the power of friendship, as cheesy as that sounds. And so I think that is like the best thing that's come out of it. It's one of the reasons I will say that I have really embraced and really enjoyed being single. And it's not to say that you can't have friends when you're in a relationship. Like, some people are much better at that. Some people, you know what I'm talking about, some people lose their friends when they get in relationships. I don't think I was ever that person. I always made sure I maintained my friendships, but I will say there's only a certain level of closeness, I think, that I could make with new friends being in a relationship, because obviously when you're in a relationship, you usually spend most times with your significant other rather than like spending all the time with your friends. Whereas now I feel like I can spend all my time with my friends. and we've just had that option to get a lot closer. And when I say I've been enjoying being single and I've been handling this well, I think a lot of people think like, oh, you like being single because you like going on dates and you like, you know, flirting with people at bars or like going out and, you know, being independent, whatever. No, I have not gotten on a date. I'm on dating apps. I am on dating apps, but I have not gone on any dates. I haven't really talked to anyone on a dating app. The most I've ever talked to someone is maybe like 5 messages back and forth, and then I just like stop responding because I'm really not in like a mental space to be on them. So I open Hinge. That's the only dating app I'm on. I open Hinge like once a month. So I've opened it, actually that's a lie because it's only been 3 months. I open it like once every 2 weeks, I would say. Honestly, just as like a little confidence boost, and then I get depressed because I'm like, these are the men that are out there. This is the dating pool now. Oh no. But also I'm just like not in the mental headspace to date anyone right now. I am still not over Keon whatsoever. Like, I still am so in love with him and I love him so much. And even though we are broken up, that has not faded at all. And of course that makes me sad, but it also just like makes me so happy to know that I was in a relationship with that much love. Like, I have like nothing bad to say. It's one of those, it's just really strange where it's like, I can't believe I got that lucky to like be in a relationship that was so amazing, because so many people have relationships where they get out of them and they're so broken after. They're so like they were so toxic, they shot down their confidence, they, you know, they're kind of like, they lost their friends. Like, I'm so lucky and grateful that I was in such like a loving and healthy relationship, and I can come out of it still confident and like still strong and still have my independence. And I don't know, I just think that is something I will always be grateful for. That's kind of like where I am with that. So like, I can't imagine dating anyone, because anyone that I speak with, anyone that I talk to, anyone that I even talk to on like a friendship level, I just end up comparing to him, and they just don't measure up whatsoever. And so there's just like, I am not in the headspace to date. Like, I truly think I will be single for the next year or more. Like, I don't want to date, first of all. Like, I cannot imagine going on a date with someone that's not him. That's gonna be like the weirdest day ever, and I'm so sorry to whoever that first person is, because you will just be getting compared and you won't know that because I'll act totally cool. But like, honestly, like, that's gonna happen. Like, I think the first time I put myself out there, I'm just going to compare to him, and it is what it is. I've never been on a date before, ever, guys. Like, obviously I've been on dates with my boyfriend, but I've never gone on like a first date at all, ever, which is insane to me, because all my relationships that I've been in have either developed out of friendships. So there was never like a let me take you on a date and get to know you. It was always just like we were hanging out and then we started liking each other and then we started dating. So that's been like all my friendships. And so it's really gonna be really weird because I don't know what to do on a date. I'm gonna film a get ready with me when I do go on one though, because I think that will be like, I don't know, I just need to like talk through my nerves. It's really weird that I'm 26 and I've never been on a date. Like, I've never just like met someone for drinks and like met them for the first time and left and was like, oh, that was fun, I want to see you again. Like, I've never done that. That's gonna be a very weird moment, and we're gonna go through it together. Obviously, one of my biggest pieces of advice for going through a breakup is not to talk to that person. I did break that rule. I've seen him once since, when he came to Florida to like move his stuff out, and I have spoken with him a few times, but not like, we haven't gone like days talking to each other. It's probably been like every like 3 weeks we've kind of like caught up, which honestly, like, I feel like it's probably not the best situation to do, but I'm just being honest, I've done it. But both of us know that we need to like stop talking to each other for us to move on. Yeah, how am I doing? I think I'm doing well. I've really found my independence, even more than before, because I feel like I've always been a very hyper independent person, but I found my independence. But I mean, there are moments where I cry about it, and because I'm just like sad, and like I said, there's so much love that is still there. Like, I think maybe it would be easier if something bad happened where I could be like, oh no, like F him, like I hate him. But it isn't like that. It's like, wow, I'm not with the most amazing person I've ever met in my life anymore. And that's where it gets hard. And so yeah, it's been like almost 3 months, but definitely there are moments where I will get emotional. But there are more moments where I'm really happy, and I've made such great friends, and I really love my life, and I'm so grateful, and I'm not in any rush to be in a relationship, like at all. Like I truly think I'm in my single era. Like I'm going to have a long stretch. This might be a very long stretch, but it's something that I think I needed because, again, like I said, I have been in a relationship for the past 9 years. Thought it was 7 years, and then I just did the math and I was like, no, it's 9 years. And I hope that if you guys are going through a breakup, which so many of you guys were, I'm so sorry, but just know that like within the next few months, like time really does heal all. Like if you saw me that first week, I was pretty much like bedridden. I feel like I would not get out of bed. I cried at everything, you guys. Like I cried at everything. I bawled my eyes out taking the trash. Bawled my eyes out when I went to a restaurant we used to go to. Bawled my eyes out when I opened my mug drawer and I saw a mug that he made. Cried so hard when I watered my plants. Like there were so many moments where I like crumbled, and I'm better now. And I don't crumble and I don't cry at those moments. And I hope that if you're going through something similar that you can see this and realize that it does get better and time really does heal, and I can talk about it without crying. And I don't know what the future holds, but I am just trusting in God's plan. I really hope that this helps any of you. So